so I meet Dr. Jeanette and I say, hey, can we do gospel? Because Mom listened to a lot of Gaither vocal band. A lot of Gaither vocal band. Every day we get in the car, that web best of Gaither vocal band CD. Just put that in there and then listen to that wherever we go. So I thought I was going to be a bass. That didn't work out.
No.
And so I asked Doc and he said, let's do a gospel group. And so we found a bunch of kids and put it together. And then that's all she wrote.
Guide me, O thou great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou almighty, hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more.
Welcome to Still Singing. I'm Casey Armstrong, and through the years, I've had the pleasure of singing with a number of different great ensembles at universities and professionally. And today we're going to have a chat with John Overholt. John's a good buddy from East Tennessee State, and we've been able to sing together through alumni choirs, Living Harmony, Voci Virilli, Amadeus Ensemble, Brethren, King's Cadence, a lot of different ensembles. And I'm looking forward for you guys to meet him today and learn about what's going on in his life and how he's using singing for the good. See you in a bit.
When I tread the verge of Jordan, bid my anxious fear subside. Death of death and hell's destruction, land me safe from Canaan's side. Songs of praises, I will ever give to thee.
Hey man,
Hey.
thanks for coming over this evening. We're here in my basement. I'm so glad you were available to come over and chit chat and be a part of this podcast, man.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of the folks may not know who you are yet, but what's going on like right now with you? And I know there's some big things happening. I could go on, but I want to let you tell me what's happening, man.
Still singing, more like can't stop singing. I've never in my life sung as much as I have since I moved back from Cincinnati back home here.
Right.
So I left Newport, which is Newport, Tennessee,
Yes.
on your way to Asheville if you're coming from Knoxville, I guess.
So last stop there before the North
Yeah.
Carolina line.
Yeah, to ETSU in 2008.
Okay.
ETSU was a great experience with me, with Dr. Jeanette, as we may talk about later.
Yes, we will.
And then I decided I really want to shoot for the stars. Let's get out there. Let's get it going. So I found a great voice teacher at Cincinnati Conservatory. And so I decided to go study with him. And that's one of the reasons that I chose that school. But then found out there were way many more reasons that was a great idea. And then after that, went to Cincinnati Opera and sang with them for about 10 years, I would say, in the chorus, with some solos here and there. But yeah, we did Pink Floyd, The Wall, the Opera, we did Magic Flute, we did Flying Dutchman, we did all sorts of stuff. Super high caliber production quality,
Right.
too. And then now being back here, it's just amazing. So my favorite thing right now is I'm getting called to do a bunch of different things, that being opera or gospel or even spiritual here. So my quick plugs would be I'm singing with Fairfield Glade United Methodist Church in Crossville, Tennessee.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, we've got that for Handel's Messiah.
Good.
The
Good.
standard version. Yeah. Comfort Ye, Every Valley, the staples.
Yes. Isn't it funny
So-
how you learn those early on? And I think most voice teachers tell you that you've got to learn these because if nothing else, you'll get called to do these.
Every Christmas.
Right.
So we're in Christmas overdrive. I don't know if
Absolutely.
it's the same thing with you.
Yeah, for me, it's about to ramp up. The first 3 weekends in December are booked.
Cool.
Nothing that I have to prepare for right now.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that plus Knoxville Opera is doing a holiday quartet with some singers. So yeah, we're going
nice.
to be at the Blount County Library December 16th. Have you been to the Blount County Library?
I haven't.
Oh my goodness. It's huge. It's
a big
absolutely enormous. Yeah, it's fascinating, really.
Awesome.
So yeah, we're going to do that. We did that last year. And that's where I met my fiance now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
fiance. Tell me about that because that's good news you've got with you and Kate, right?
Yeah. I proposed in last June. You should be getting your stuff soon.
If I can, I'll be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just amazing to meet someone like her. The best part really is just being alone and then finding someone like her
Right.
was just, I never thought possible, really.
Right.
You know,
So you met her on this Carolyn gig?
I had moved back to Newport from Cincinnati in 22, I think. So I emailed Knoxville Opera. I said, hey, what's going on? What are y'all doing? I'm bored. I've been singing a lot in Cincinnati for the last 10 years. I really want to do more.
Right.
And they said, oh yeah, we'll figure something out. You want to be in this opera? And I was in the local play Cinderella with
Right.
Newport. So I was like,
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know if I have time. So they had to postpone me for the opera. But then they said, we got something for Christmas. So come on down. We'll figure something out.
Right.
They were really trying to figure out if I was any good.
Yes.
You know, they were
No,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
absolutely.
no." And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I went out and sang Jesu Bambino.
Did you guys do period costumes or the Dickens costumes, or is it just?
I wish we had.
Well, sometimes Carolyn
Oh
gigs
yeah.
are
Well,
period.
it's opera caroling,
Okay,
so
so-
it's kind of fancy.
Fancy schmancy, so
Yeah.
tuxedos or whatever.
Yeah.
Should you tell the folks what Kate does for the Knoxville
Oh
Opera?
yeah.
So Kate
Right.
works for the Knoxville
Right.
Opera.
Yes, she does. She's the artistic administrator. I
Yeah.
think she has changed her title, executive artistic. Let me make sure I get this right because I need to get it right. Let's see here. She is the director of artistic administration. At least that was her title. I think that's her new title. She'll definitely correct me on this when I get
Absolutely.
home. But, you know, either way, yes, I emailed them. They hired me. And then we
Got to meet in person.
got to meet in person.
on this Carolyn gig. That's what it
Exactly.
was.
Yeah,
I remember you
yeah,
telling me about. Okay.
yeah.
And the rest is history.
Exactly.
All right. Well, congratulations on that again, man. It's exciting. We're excited for you.
Thanks.
Okay, Knoxville Opera. You're working on their seasons when needed, whenever
Yeah.
it calls for.
A role, a
Right,
Campamari
so you're
role,
doing all
or
kinds of stuff
chorus in costume.
Tell me about this church gig, man, because you're at a beautiful cathedral there in
Yes.
town.
Yeah, and from my time in Europe, I've really fell in love with cathedrals. When Doc and I went to France and Spain, Austria, Hungary, that was 2 tours, and then we went to Costa Rica.
Right.
We got to sing in the most amazing cathedrals ever, Notre Dame. We walked in and we looked at it, and it just takes your breath away.
Absolutely.
And then Doc figured out someone there could talk with them to make it so that we could sing. It wasn't an official concert or
Okay,
anything.
but-
It was great. We were touring already. He figured out how to let us sing that there in that hall.
Right.
And it was transformative, really.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, it's magical. We sang there in 98.
Really? Now, were you official? Were
Yes,
you-
it was an official concert.
Fancy. Okay. Oh, you
Yes.
just
I
shoulders
can't
up.
remember how long it was. It didn't feel long, but yeah, we got to sing in there too, man. It's crazy to think about the history of that church.
Right. So that feeling, when we first did the Amadeus Concert Ensemble here in town,
Right.
and when we did that there, I was like, this is the church. We have found this beautiful, what is it, 100 feet tall ceilings?
It's
I wish I
ridiculous.
knew.
There's this cathedral,
Cathedral of the Most Sacred Heart of
the
Jesus.
Cathedral of the Most Sacred Heart of Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
here in Knoxville, just on the west side, and it came straight from Europe to here. But it's less than 20 years old. I think it's less than 10 years old.
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Fundraising.
And the acoustic is great. So you're singing there, you're doing the masses, I guess, through the weekend.
Yep.
What size is that group?
It's about 8 to 10. So they have some Spanish cantors. Otherwise, it would be an octet. So some of the accompanists join in and sing
Right,
too.
good.
So it's great. Yeah.
Nice, man. So I think this is the best place to talk about your love of all things tech.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So John has all the latest and greatest toys, it seems.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's even one of those guys testing this gear out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how that happens, but you know how it happens. So how did you get into that? Tell me about that.
My dad, really, ultimately had access to the internet with dial-up when I was like 5.
Yeah.
I was like, what is all this stuff, you know? And had a computer, built computers back then when I was 6 and 7.
Oh,
you
wow.
know? Instead of playing with Legos, we played with computer parts.
Computers.
Yeah, and we just put them together and installed operating systems and did all sorts of stuff. I was so confident, I thought I was the IT guy in 5th grade, you know? And the teacher would say, my computer's broken. And then everybody was like, John, can you help us?
Yes.
What's wrong with the computer?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I don't know, let me see.
So your dad, I know he was a musician, and I know he was a tech just like you. So tell me about that influence. I don't don't know exactly
for
what
sure.
it was he did.
Oh, yeah. What he pioneered was direct-to-disc recording. So he would have musicians come in, have really great microphones, and had this way of recording direct to the LP that made high-end recordings that really got a lot of that static out of there, brought a really high-quality recording to it. So Dave Brubeck, the Grateful Dead, he got a Boots Randolph sax at one point, yakety sax.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, he had that. He actually was really bragging. He just sold that, almost an Antiques Roadshow kind of style.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was really excited about that.
Nice.
So
That's awesome. So grew up tech, grew up with some music influence. Was your mother musical?
Artistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then do your brothers take on any music?
James, my older brother James, played sax in band, just like I did. After I joined chorus, I joined band.
Right.
I played alto sax. I then decided to do Barry sax when they were doing marching season.
Oh.
That thing is heavy.
I bet. Yeah, so you're kind of leading the pack there musically. Talking about performing with the Newport Theater Guild.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is also, another one of our friends,
There we go.
Stephanie Moyers.
Stephanie
Williams.
Moyers, yeah.
And she's going to kill us for talking about her, but she was your neighbor.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I'm older than John. I was at East Tennessee before John by a couple of years there. But Stephanie and I were in school together at East Tennessee State. Anyway, it's just a small world.
Yeah.
So she was your neighbor.
On the piano we had downstairs, this old upright, barely tuned, but she wrote it out, each individual key, the letter on each one. So A, B, C, D, F, G, A, all the way up. And so I knew what an octave was. Instead of building the computer, I'd go over to the piano.
Okay.
She would come through the basement door and help teach me a little bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She's still teaching in the county, and I think she's elementary, right? Music teacher.
Think so.
Still active with the shows there.
Yeah.
A great lady, great mother, great wife, great teacher, I'm sure. And beautiful singer.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how we met.
Yeah.
I was trying to think about this earlier when I knew you were coming over.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we probably met through an alumni thing.
Something. Do you remember the Faria Requiem that you came to sing as the bass
But
solo?
that was the Brahms Requiem.
Brahms, thank you.
Yes, because I didn't uniform.
Fancy. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the Brahms Requiem, I went back. It was Dr. Jenret's final concert, and I was the baritone soloist for that performance. Huge choir, alumni. It was big. It was good. So that was probably the first time we crossed paths. We didn't really get to hobnob.
No.
But I got to meet you and a lot of the other guys that were there at the time. And then fast forward, then the Army Chorus came out to Castleton.
Yes. Now
And
that.
performed for that. And
Yeah.
you were in apprenticeship or...
Yeah, apprentice, that's it. Yeah, young artist. Yeah, because I was just getting out of my master's.
Okay.
And I was doing their training program there. They have coaches. They do scenes and things with opera and stuff like
you
that.
got to do a number of shows that summer, right?
Yeah, we did.
Because I remember you coming up, introducing yourself. We talked about the Army gig. We just talked about everything. And it was really good to connect there. Then you went back to Cincinnati, kind of settled in with the opera. You had that tech job.
First worked at Best Buy.
Yeah.
Which was a natural fit.
Yes.
You know, I could just tell them everything.
Yes.
Anybody.
John, were you in the Geek Squad?
No, I didn't do that. I should have.
You should
but the
have.
sales was fun for me. I just like to talk to people.
I understand.
Yeah. The Geek Squad guys kind of hide away,
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
And then you rolled into...
Well, first I did Micro Center after that.
You showed me about Micro Center up in D.C. one year.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so you went to Cincinnati, and then I guess there were more alumni things. But once you found yourself back down to Knoxville, I got my hooks in you to help out with King's Cadence because, as you know, it's a quartet, but I have to have a bullpen of singers because of schedules and whatnot. So that's been great, man. So, John, how did you find yourself at East Tennessee State? I mean, I know you grew up in Newport. It's close by, and I know you were active band and chorus in high school.
Right.
Were you recruited, or did you...
You would think, honestly, with the
Right.
way everything went and how exponentially bigger and bigger and bigger my involvement in the music department was, that it would have been like I was recruited to do this specific thing. But James and Dan, both my brothers, went there.
Oh,
So it was an easy kind of like, okay, well, if they went there, why not? Also, there is a rockin' music program. It was rockin', and Doc was rockin' on all cylinders. And then I was on the fence about being a computer science major and a music major, just finding out that opera existed right as senior year started, really. Figuring out that big men could make people cry with Nessun Dorma.
absolutely.
You know, Pavarotti did it, of course, and then finally on YouTube finding Paul Potts that did it there. For the America's Got Talent, that was just amazing seeing people so reactive like that.
You
So
were already doing doing theater. It's a different thing, but it's still
Yeah.
singing, performing,
Yeah.
acting. You had most of the boxes were already checked off for opera. It
Right.
was just another technique that you were going to have to tap into.
Right. That was like the beginning of senior year, late junior year when I figured it out, because I had already done a role in Christmas Carol at the
Okay.
Newport Theater Guild. Then we did My Fair Lady,
Okay.
which was my senior year, and that was kind of the end of my career at my high school. I was like, I'm going to do LVP Doolittle, and then figured out in ETSU, maybe that'll work out.
Right.
You know, computer science minor, music major. And so with that, when I finally get to ETSU, started studying with Dr. Jenrette, not only was he a great chorus teacher, but he was also a really great vocal teacher. You know,
He
really
pushed me.
help
Yeah.
you find your voice, help you prepare for things. Just all around good guy and good teacher. Also studied with Karen Smith there.
Okay.
at,
She was there after I left.
Oh, she's so great. Also a CCM graduate.
Oh.
Yeah. So I meet Dr. Jenrette and I say, hey, can we do gospel? Because Mom listened to a lot of Gaither vocal band.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Gaither vocal band.
Mm-hmm.
Every day we get in the car, that red best of Gaither vocal band
Yes.
CD.
Yes.
Just put that in there and then listen to that wherever we go.
right.
Yeah. So I thought I was going to be a bass.
Okay.
That didn't work out.
No.
And so I asked Doc, and he said, let's do a gospel group. And so we decided to turn his Bucksworth that he had from
Right.
yesteryear into a gospel group. And so we found a bunch of kids and put it together. And then that's all she wrote.
At East Tennessee, the mascot is a buccaneer.
Yeah.
And through the years, Dr. Jenrette had this men's ensemble that was kind of the a cappella, you know, the cool guys, the doo-woppy kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And depending on the year, it would be $10 worth or $12 worth. Or when I was there, it was $4 worth.
Whoa.
Actually, he'd kind of taken a break. We claimed that name, but we put together a quartet and did some stuff on a couple of the home concerts. And we also had some stuff in our back pocket for our European trip. I remember
Nice.
at one of the mixers we did with a group from France, we did some
Oh.
barbershop.
Oh.
And they loved that.
Oh, I
because
bet.
They love, you know, the American style. They love barbershop and American spirituals
Yeah. Okay.
in Europe. They do them, but it's not the same.
Right.
And
Yeah.
anyway, that was,
that's fascinating.
yeah. So
I guess I
everything.
get that. We like the French and we like
When in
all
Rome,
the
you know,
different-
the
right.
stuff. But it was a great ensemble to be a part of. And every year was different. But he had lots of great ideas. And not only was he a traditional choral master, but I thought he had great ears for the pop stuff, man. He really
Yeah.
did. Anyway,
Yeah, if it wasn't Orphi Dranger, which was the chorus he listened to, I think the most. I think he has like all their CDs. I think it's a community chorus somewhere. I'm not sure, but he just loves their repertoire. He would pick choral stuff from them, and then Gaither Vocal Band. He was just like,
Oh.
well, let's find the one that fits these students. Which
Yes.
imitating David Phelps and singing like David Phelps was really fun.
right.
It was really fun.
We've talked a little bit about ETSU. We've talked a little bit about Dr. Jenrette. You know, you mentioned the Notre Dame impromptu performance. What are some other highlights?
What I will never
Yeah,
forget
right.
is the first time I got recruited to the choir at high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, in addition to the computers, I would set up sound systems in my basement. So
Okay.
we would set up and really blare it to as well as the speakers could sound. So Lion King was playing, and I learned the Zulu when I was a kid. When I was in I was at the high school cafeteria.
Right.
And somebody sang it, and I noticed it was wrong. He was singing it publicly. So I then just chimed in and just started singing it with him in the cafeteria. They were like,
Scooch over, buddy.
are you in the choir? Why are you not in the choir?
Choir. Yeah, that's funny. So you're just like out of nowhere. 'Cause that's rare for a dude, right?
Yeah.
To step up and start singing in the cafeteria.
That became like a staple for me, by the way. I just kept doing that. At
Yeah.
ETSU after high school, I would be the trench coat scooter guy. if I'm
Yeah,
out.
the trench coat scooter guy. Go ahead, explain that.
Okay. So yeah, I had my trench coat, of course, big cloth, king size trench coat, big
Of
guy,
course.
same size as
Right.
I was back. And I got my Razor scooter. I would just ride around ETSU, going up and
This
down
was
the hills and
this
everything.
was a motorized one, was it?
No.
Oh, so you were kicking along.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Are you right-footed or left-footed?
So I put my right foot on and then I kick with my left. Yeah.
Really?
Now I changed the master's degree. I upgraded to a gas-powered one.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was
Okay,
great. Yeah.
I love it. So you were bouncing around
So I-
East Tennessee State University, and you became this
Persona.
superhero.
Yeah,
really?
yeah, 'cause it
That's
was
right.
like-
They started a Facebook page about you, right? I think it's still out
The
there.
greatest thing.
Is it ETSU
Yeah.
scooter guy?
ETSU trench coat scooter guy.
ETSU
Yeah.
trench coat scooter guy.
I
I'll
li-
try to put it in the video.
I live.
He's still alive, people. All right. Those are both great stories. But what about these choir tours with Doc? Tell me about some special moments other than the Notre Dame, because you did Costa Rica.
Climbed a volcano.
Okay. You sang inside a volcano?
We went up there and climbed a volcano. We were just under it. We didn't climb the whole thing. It was huge.
Sure.
You know, but we got real close up to the base, and then you could see the whole thing, and then we all took a group picture there. Yeah, and that was great.
John, growing up in the church, you know, like you said, your mom had Gaither Vocal Band on repeat in the car.
Yeah.
And one of the things I want to share on these podcasts is, you know, singing in a choir, even a military course, the majority of what you sing is sacred rep. You know, sometimes it's high church, sometimes it's gospel, sometimes it's whatever's in between, right? There's a lot of scripture-based songs out there that are staples that people are familiar with. I mean, I tell people all the time, even Battle Hymn of the Republic, that we would close out with every single time. The third verse is, in the beauty of the lilies, Christ was born across the sea with the glory in his bosom that transfigures you and me.
It's like going through my head right now.
Right. And most people stand and clap on that. Now,
yeah,
I love seeing the impact of music, how it heals, it can soothe, it can inspire, encourage, right? We don't have to have the answers as the instruments, as the vessels. It doesn't matter what we think. Let the music do its thing. You were telling me about the influence, you know, seeing Paul Potts singing Nessun Dorma on that YouTube and bringing the audience to tears as they applauded for him. That inspired you to learn that style and see how it moves people.
Yeah.
Some people are glad they can't see the audience. I'm sad that I can't see the audience.
Yeah.
I really am. I don't care if I'm goofing off or if I'm singing something serious or if I'm singing something spiritual. I want to see visual feedback from the audience because that feeds me, it helps me. So with that said, can you think of a time when you were in that situation as you're performing where you were like, yes, this means something to that person or these people, you know?
Yeah, like the performance day before yesterday, I think, here.
Oh, recently,
Knoxville Opera Goes to Church. There you go. There you
Perfect.
go. You know, and it's fascinating. They play the music for the gospel, and it's just, let's do this.
Right. Okay.
Clap, clap. Everybody get up and clap, have a great time. And then by the end, yes, good job. That was great. And they did a great job, the Knoxville Opera Gospel Choir. I mean, they are just rocking it out, really.
Yeah, I've heard good things
I
about
mean,
them.
it's just fascinating. But then they brought in the opera singers. So they have, my friend Joel came and sang Largo al Factotum, the big baritone aria.
Yes, the patter song.
You should see him prepare. He's just like, energy. Let's get this going. Woo, woo, woo.
Yes,
yeah.
It takes that, man.
Yeah.
I've never performed that, but yeah,
so yeah, that's hard. And so I totally get it for him. Like,
kind of like, well, this old house wouldn't do my children, this old house wouldn't do my wife.
So yeah, that, and then they had me do Nessun Dorma.
Oh,
And so I performed Nessun Dorma. The whole thing is just coming out so well. Everything works. All my friends there, family and everybody just getting into it. Which, I mean, how can
was
you...
that the final song?
Well, no, it wasn't. Well, we
guy.
followed it with the Pearl Fishers duet. So we just kept going, really,
Yeah, kept
honestly.
tugging at the heartstrings.
You know, because you sing that last note, Vince, and I just held it on that note for as long as I could and just dropped, and then I just held that forever as long as I could. Because when it influenced me when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this really can move people. And then I see one of these guys that I met at a Beethoven concert we did with Knoxville Opera. He had such a profound feeling with sitting next to me in Beethoven that he wants to do lessons and stuff like that. So he's like really excited. And he's a big guy like me. Seeing me do that.
Was this kid in high school or
no,
college?
he was at Pellissippi State.
Pellissippi, okay, young. So
State.
younger.
Yeah, younger guy.
So young guy sits next to John Overholt in a rehearsal and a performance, right?
Yeah.
And he's inspired, rightly so, probably tickled.
Oh, yeah.
Probably was laughing at you because you're a funny dude.
Well, that Beethoven
Intentionally funny.
That Beethoven is intense.
It's
It's like he just decided to just put all the keys in there.
So we sit next to you, and then he came to this other concert that you did.
Yes.
As an audience member.
Yeah.
Did he talk to you afterwards?
He left. I wish I had.
So this is just a visual.
Yeah, same thing. I'm looking at the crowd, and then I just see all of them stand up immediately after Nessun Dorma, and just like, oh my goodness, that was the greatest thing ever, really. And for me, seeing him see that,
Yeah,
is like, oh,
Right. It's a victory for the artist, no matter. I know that you've inspired Calvin. You've inspired him through your singing and through your humor. And I don't know if he still texts you, but I think he has your number every once in a while. He'll give you a text. That's awesome. He's like, does he text you with questions? With
all sorts
tech
of
questions?
stuff.
Well, rightly so. But anyway.
Sure. Now, it's that song. It just speaks
It
through
is.
you.
It's
and
like Old Man River for
nobody
me.
even knows what it means unless you're Italian.
It sounds.
Right.
Yeah.
It just sounds so good. The way it builds, and it's technically difficult. It's just so moving.
The melody, there's just something about it.
Yeah.
You know, there's something about some music that does move just by the way it sounds. I don't know what it is, man. Think about, like Adagio for strings. And I know you guys do a vocal version of that at the cathedral. You can hum it. It doesn't have to have words. It's just, it's beautiful. And it moves people. So I love that. I'm glad that you're aware of that. I'm glad that you see that. I'm glad that you're looking for that as you perform, because it's good to get applause, but it feels great to make a difference and to be that thing for that person out there that is going through whatever that they needed, So, anyway, what I appreciate about you is your versatility, because going from a quartet, on a mic, to no mic in an acoustic setting, whether it's high church literature, Latin mass kind of stuff, or opera on stage, I just love the fact that you can switch gears and switch styles. And you know that it's not only a big deal to be able to do it, but it also allows for more work. It allows for more opportunities to sing, right? Before we cut the camera off, I wanted to give you this gift here.
Yeah.
You may or may not have seen these. I've had these for a minute or two, but as a thank you for coming on the Still Singing show.
We're just keeping on.
This is the t-shirt that I carry with me. Just keep singing.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful for you to be a part of this. And if you want a gift receipt with that.
Okay, gift receipt. We'll take it back to Williams Sonoma.
But man, thank you so much for coming tonight and be a part of this. I love singing with you. I'm so glad we're close to each other. And
for sure.
When we travel, you make me belly laugh. Calvin loves you. I appreciate all the attention you've given him. He hates that he wasn't here tonight. He's got choir rehearsal himself. But anyway, man, appreciate you.
You too.
Thank you so much.
You too. Thank you. I'm John Overholt, and I'm still singing.